way. But do you think they're gonna go all the way?
Look, I'm glad they got rid of Zeke. Honestly, he wasn't really doing anything. That's just my personal opinion on it. But I never say I'm gonna say they're gonna go all the way because normally the Cowboys always break my heart.
He's from El Paso, Texas, which is a place I've actually never been to. But I heard that things are bigger in Texas, so maybe I'll have to check it out. He's been making music for the past 15 years, right? Since he was 11, which is crazy. That's actually longer than I have. I started when I was 13, so he's 2 years, longer than I have. Um, I might be better though. Just kidding. But he's also a veteran, right? We went to the same AIT at Fort Gordon. All right, cool, cool. That's all my battle buddies out there. Which is pretty awesome. Okay. Let me not waste your time, guys. I really want to introduce you to Rod.
I don't wanna do it. I don't wanna lose it. Life can be confusing. Gotta keep going, just keep going. You ain't got a job. Gotta pay the bills. Stress will get you killed. Gotta keep going, just keep going. I think I had enough.
I'm doing good, bro. I've been looking forward to this all day today.
Okay, cool. I'm glad. I'm super excited. All right, man. Hey, tell us about yourself and how did you get started doing music?
I started doing music at 11 years old. I just felt like it was an outlet for me, to just let go of some stuff that I was thinking about. Because growing up, I was told, if you're a guy, you don't cry, you don't do this, da da da. You keep it all to yourself. That's what it is. And I really started writing music when my parents were going through like a separation and stuff like that. That's when I really started putting like pen to the paper and really started like writing stuff, letting stuff go. And I just kept on grinding on it for a little bit. I actually recorded probably my first song when I was around 13. I did it with this guy. His name was Mr. Mod at the time. I'm not sure if he still does music or whatever, but that's who I started out with. It was a cool little song. I actually don't have it at all anymore. It's just somewhere lost in the drive somewhere. But I've been doing this for a while, and honestly, to this day, it's still an outlet. I still use it to just tell people how I'm feeling or how things, at least things that I see it, the way I see it. I love music, bro. No matter how many times I try to get away from it, because there was a couple years where I was stopped doing it for a minute. No matter what I do, bro, I always come back to it. Always.
Did you plan to be where you are now or no?
No, not at all. I didn't actually plan this at all. It's kind of just like it all kind of just fell together. And I think that's the great thing about it is it just came together. Just like take this interview, for example. Like, look, I wasn't even gonna release this mixtape that I released, Embrace the Struggles, until like later on in the year. I just felt like it wasn't done. And then something just told me like, look, you got to do this now, because if I never release it, then it's never gonna happen. So I just released it, and just perfect timing, bro. You came up, you're just like, hey, I got this infinite broadcasting going on. I've peeped it up a couple times. I've seen some of the artists on there and stuff like that. So I keep an eye on it for sure. So I know what's up.
I'm pretty sure you got like pretty big goals and all that. And I've peeped a couple of your songs too from Embrace the Struggles, and you're doing a really good job, man.
Oh man, I appreciate that. Look, it was just a tape just to give people an outlet, just to be like, look, I've been there too, and I hope some of the songs just reach some people. The way it touched me, like I just needed a song that was gonna make me feel nice, and that's why I wrote that.
Got you. Okay.
Mhm.
So if you weren't doing music, if you weren't rapping and producing, what would you be doing?
No, I have no idea what I'd be doing, honestly. If I didn't have music to do and release what I had, I honestly don't know what I'd be doing. Honestly, that's just a straight answer. I really don't know.
We both were IT specialists, so do you think you would have maybe maintained that, did something with that?
I actually did. I graduated with. I got an associate's degree in computer science, actually. So I did end up following up a little bit on it stuff, but I never really put, forth effort. Like I said, there, I just probably had a moment somewhere that was just like, bro, I really want to do this music thing. Like I always keep, like I said, I always keep coming back to it, and no matter how much I need to let go, or I feel like I need to go, it's done with. I wrote my best song already. Nah, it's just something keeps me coming, and I gotta outdo me.
So I got a funny question for you. So you're from Texas, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you a diehard Cowboys fan?
Hell yeah, you already know that. It's
Okay, okay. So you're on the bandwagon. All right. So what is your idea for the upcoming season? And I have the statistics. The past few seasons, I mean, the last two seasons, they were 12-5. They made it to the I think the divisional round, but they lost. And then the previous couple years before that, they really didn't have winning records. So what do you think is going to happen this year? Do you think that they're going to make it all the way? And they got rid of Ezekiel Elliott, but do you think they're going to go all the way?
look, I'm glad they got rid of Zeke. Honestly, he wasn't really doing anything. That's just my personal opinion on it. But I never say I'm gonna say they're gonna go all the way, because normally the Cowboys always break my heart. They've been breaking my heart since hey, I was born. So I'm like, look, I'm a little like, I believe in them. If they get there, hell yeah, I'm gonna be right there.
I feel like what is it? The Cowboys and the Raiders, y'all got like what the biggest fan bases?
Yeah, I believe so, honestly. Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's tons of people that are like Raiders all day. So no, I mean hopefully they get pretty far. This preseason was looking pretty nice, honestly, with a lot of teams, surprisingly.
Oh yeah, I was liking what the Cowboys were doing. New running back, I can't think of his name right now, but man, he looks out. He's out there, bro. I'm really looking forward to the season. I really hope the Cowboys prove me wrong, because I love it.
So if you could switch lives with any animal, what animal would you switch lives with and why?
They would be a penguin. I love penguins, bro. I love penguins.
Okay, so
Penguins.
why would you why a penguin, bro? It's super cold. I mean, I guess you got feathers, but
It's not really feathers. Well, I just like penguins, bro. They're cute and they're tough as hell. You ever seen them? They'd be out there, they're getting attacked by something, and they still out here walking. Like, they still supporting their kids out here. There's some
mhm.
hard animals. I like them, bro. They're legit.
Right? Okay, no, hey, that makes sense. I had another I had a streamer that I interviewed. Her name's LA Dream, which by the way, if you guys want to check out her interview, it's gonna be posted up here, right? She likes owls. That's her favorite animal, right? So that's cool that you like penguins. Um, yeah, I've been to like a zoo and they had like the height chart for the penguins, and like those emperor penguins are tall, dude.
I never seen an emperor penguin in real life. I've only seen like the real tiny ones, bro. And like I said, I lost it. I loved them. I like to do it. I think here in Pittsburgh, because I'm located in PA. Here in Pittsburgh, they have like a zoo. The zoo there, you can actually walk with the penguins and stuff. I want to go do that.
I gotta ask, man, who do you cite as your influences as a musician?
Ooh, I got a lot of them. It's gonna start with Eminem, because Eminem was the first rapper I heard album. I would believe it was the Marshall Mathers LP. Blew my mind as a kid, and I was like, I'm gonna do this. So Eminem for sure is number one, but I take a lot from J. Cole, Kendrick, Mac Miller, The Weeknd. Like, those are like all my favorite artists and stuff like that. And I think if you listen to my music, you can really hear like, okay, yeah, that's where he gets the inspiration from.
In your opinion, right? Because since you're a musician, do you feel like the how do I want to word this? Do you feel like the realness of music is not the same as it used to be, like back in the '90s and even the early 2000s? It doesn't necessarily have to be rap, music in general, but hip hop, rap. Do you feel like it's declined?
I feel like the authenticity of music, it's losing its value, that music that makes you feel something. You know what I mean? Not like even if it's just dancing, if that's the song wants to make you dance, and that's what the creator made it for, was to make you dance. I hope he makes you feel dance. But even then, it's been repetitiveness. It's the same hook, catchy beat, same voices, same subject, you know what I mean? And I honestly blame that just on mainstream industry. It's just they control the streaming stuff, bro. And it's just the same thing. They got all the analysis and stuff of what songs are gonna pop. That's just what it is. I think that's what's really watering music down in that, because it's not making the artist be itself, make something different. Like, yeah, it can have like certain sounds from like other artists and stuff like that, but like it's still gonna be you. I want something to sound very unique that makes it you. You know what I mean? Like I hear that, I can hear that that's your voice, or I hear that beat, that's that artist right there. Because they're so different. Nowadays you hear the same, you don't know who that is. It could be anybody. You know what I mean? Or you hear the voice, you don't know who that is. That could be anybody. You know what I mean? Just I think it's just the uniqueness isn't there. The authenticity is watered down. But don't get me wrong, there's artists out here that are making phenomenal music, bro, that are grinding hard every day, that may not be known and everything like that, but they are doing their thing, bro. Like it doesn't have to be just mainstream artists that we listen to. Listen to the underground, listen to your local artists here and there. I'm telling you, bro, there is talent out there in the streets. There is.
It's called Keep Going. Can you tell me a little bit about that song? Like, what's that song about? What inspired you to write it? Tell me about it.
Yeah, the reason I actually love that song because I actually wrote it at a real horrible time. So I went back into my pictures and stuff when I wrote this. It was March 29th of actually this year. March is a hard month for me on my own. I actually lost my grandmother, and in the month, to make it worse, it was on my birthday too. So like I'm still dealing with stuff like that too. Um that day, for some reason, bro, is probably just the day that everything just kind of snapped on me, bro. And I had it was to the point where I actually had to get kicked out from my job. I came back home. I honestly thought I was gonna lose my job. I thought that was it. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking all the worst, the absolute worst. And I'm over here just I was sitting downstairs in my sofa and stuff like that, and be like, no, I can't. I gotta think positive. I gotta make sure I gotta take care of my wife. I gotta take care of my dog. I gotta make sure I'm good. And I came into the studio, bro, and the beat is the first thing I made was that. It came together, bro. I'm telling you, I made that beat that day. I wrote the lyrics to it that day, and then I recorded it the next day, just to make sure that I had everything right. But I love that song. But overall, the whole meaning of the song is just to keep going, because even when I was at my lowest and thought things were going to go absolutely bad, I needed to tell myself to keep going. And that's exactly what the song's for, is to tell everyone else that, look, shit happens, things happen, but you got to keep going.
Okay. Hey, super inspirational, bro. And sorry for your loss with your grandmother, bro. But you made a phenomenal song. And that's the song that we're gonna be featuring, of course. So if you guys want to check it out, make sure that you guys head over to the Infinite Spotlight page for Rod, who is the featured musician of September. And I'm telling you, it's a phenomenal song. So make sure you guys check it out. What pieces of advice would you give people who are upcoming musicians, or if they want to get into music?
First things first is just be yourself, do what you want to do. Because me coming up as a rapper around other rappers too, I grew up around other people. They always told you to make a certain song, it had to sound a certain way. It just had to be something, because they want you to pop. They have the best intentions. Like, don't get me wrong, that when people are telling you, oh, you should make a song like this, they have good intentions and stuff like that. But if it's not you, don't do that. But it will come out, not the way you want it to sound like. But that's what this actually album was all about, was take chances, do what you want to do. Just do it as it is. Keep going. Just do it. Embrace the struggles overall.
Do you have any other fellow musicians, or companies or people that you want to shout out that support you?
Definitely, yo. I got my boy Devonte. He's under Devonte Music, I believe, on Instagram. He's on the mixtape. He's the only feature on here. He's featured. He has his vocals on, I believe, on Sun Lo-Fi Nights, and there's another one where he's in Habitual Pain, the remix freestyle. Both he did amazing job on it. Also Scoop Boogie's also on Instagram too. He's a producer. He's the one that really gave me a lot of advice on, you need to tweak this, you need to make this a little better, these basses sounds a little bit weird, bro. You need to bring them up. So I really appreciate all those little things, because even though I probably didn't tell him that I missed, listened to it and did everything, but I listened to everything they told me, and I tweaked up everything, and they love the music too, bro. So I appreciate them. Shout out to them. If they're watching this, shout out to you.
How can people find you, man? Like, what's your social media? How can people link up with you and see your music?
It's Rod Official Music 915 on YouTube and on Facebook. It's gonna be Little Rodro 915 on SoundCloud. That's LILRODRO 915 for SoundCloud. I say if anyone wants to collab and just do some stuff, hit me up on the Instagram. That's probably the best way to reach me. I do want to work with more artists. That's one of the goals I have set for me for the next project, is to work with more artists. So I'm basically saying, Steve-O, if you want to work, we can.
Hey, I got you, bro. I got you. You know what I'm saying? And then my last question, is there any tidbits you can give us or information that you can give us about your upcoming project? If you want to keep it under wraps, it's totally cool. But is there anything you could give us?
So I would say I'm working on like 3 projects, but that's because it's in my head that I'm working like on 3 projects. Like I got like 3 theories of like things I want to do, but overall it's still to sound different in every album. Like, let's not make every mixtape album the same thing. Also, this mixtape isn't on no streaming platforms just because I did a remix and stuff like that. I don't want to get it, on the streaming platforms and stuff like that. But hopefully the next one, I have awful streaming platforms and everything like that, making it a lot easier for people to hear this music. But for now, SoundCloud and YouTube is the best way to reach me. Appreciate if you comment, subscribe, because any little bit helps, and I appreciate that. I do.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And that's the best way to go, especially nowadays, bro. Everything's so digital. But hey, I really appreciate your time, man. And again, you're making phenomenal music. Embrace the struggle. Make sure you guys check out that mixtape. All right. Again, all the links are going to be posted below. And be sure once again to check out the single that's on the Infinite Spotlight page for Rod, and give him a follow, because that's the best way that we can support local musicians, right?
Right. Every follow counts, every subscribe counts. Like, it might just be one, but that one helps.
Ooh. All right, man. Hey, I appreciate your time, bro. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I appreciate you for being here.
I appreciate you for having me here, bro. I appreciate your platform that you have out here for broadcasters, podcasts, YouTube streams, everything, just anything that has to do with being artistic. I like that, bro. You really are pushing it out here. So I want to just for a moment appreciate you for saying, like, appreciate you having me here, man. Thanks.
Of course. Cool. All right, bro. I'm gonna holla at you later, dog.
Hey, I appreciate it. We'll be working this month, huh?